Hello and welcome to another thrilling episode of Let's Talk Game Dev. Now, this time I'm going to be entering another competition called the Serious Game Showcase and Challenge, and here is the website. And the deadline is fast approaching, fast approaching. So it's all hands to the pump to get my game across the finishing line, to get some sort of working prototype fit for entry. The hardest part of game dev I found, and what I tell my pupils and students, is that the hardest part is getting something across that finishing line. And this is a classic example. My game, Number Station, has been written a couple of times already, and some people have very kindly been testing it, offering some great suggestions and feedback, but also pointing out the many flaws in it. And I've had to go back and make a mountain of corrections. But here it is, Number Station. You might have seen other versions of it online when I've posted it over the last month or so. But that original idea that I had just had too much going on. So this version of the game, which I really, really enjoy and like, is basically that original idea, but stripped right down to just one mechanic, just keeping it nice and simple. And it's actually become a very, very enjoyable game. So let's have a play and a tour. Number Station, so click to start. I wanted to create a feeling of it being on an old terminal, an old computer terminal from the 70s. So that's why we get the green screen. You can also hear a bit of a hum. If I turn up the volume, you probably hear a bit of a hum. It took me ages to find the perfect hum, that hum that you get from old tech. And I've added a few reflections on the screen to imply that it's one of those old curved CRT monitors that you used to get. A brief description of what we need to do. We need to basically bring an old radio online to broadcast our message at the end to an operative out in the field. But in order to bring the radio online, we have to navigate the circuit boards, bring in each circuit board online, activate it by navigating I took inspiration from a marble maze, basically. So we have to guide this ball around the circuitry, aiming for the circuit terminator. And there's a few obstacles that we need to avoid along the way. Now, I wanted to put a bit of pressure on the player, and I could have done that with a timer. We could have a 30-second timer that resets after every level, but I wanted to do it in a different way. And it took ages to find an idea that I actually liked and was able to weave into the game quite easily. So we have a signal strength bar. So the game finishes when your signal is fully depleted, but it doesn't reduce over time. What it does is actually, because we're rotating the circuit to guide this ball around the circuit board, any turns to the right will deplete your signal, but any turns to the left will increase it, will replenish it. So it actually governs the way people play the game. You can be really risky and do loads of right turns, but you can also play it cautiously by topping it up every now and again, just by playing things with a more left-hand turn. And I'll explain as we go along. So here is the basic play screen. Okay, as you can see, we've got the signal strength on either side. We have the main circuit board in the middle, and now we can see rather nice scan lines going down to imply that we're working on one of these old clapped out monitors. We use the arrow keys to rotate, and as you can see, if I do a right turn, you can see the signal strength going down. Okay, but if I go left, it replenishes again. Now we have to get to the circle in this one, so all I'm going to do is follow the maze round to the circle. Now level 1 should always be a tutorial, should always be really easy, so within the first few seconds your player knows exactly what they have to do. Now there are 6 levels in this game. There is actually a sneaky 7th as well, and each level builds in difficulty. So we started off really easy as like our tutorial level. Now you can see that although we've got a simple maze layout, the protective border going round the outside of the circuit board has gone. So we run the risk of falling out of the gameplay screen. If we do fall out of it, it just resets the level. So now we have to play it even more cautiously. We have to be wary of any right-hand rotations that we do, but also we have to be careful not to fall over the edge. So here we go. See. Now, when the level resets, unfortunately, your signal strength doesn't. So you have to again play it in such a way that you're going to replenish your signal strength before you actually have to embark on trying to succeed to get to the end of the level. And I'm not going to do it while I'm being recorded. It's plain to see. I'm going to have to do a few more right turns. Right, here we go. This is it now. Here we go. There we go.
Completed.
Excellent. So level 3 then, we've got the protective border back, but unfortunately now, as you can see, the maze is invisible and you have to spend this time feeling your way around, which could be quite difficult. But I roughly know where the walls are in this invisible maze, so it's not much of a problem for me. So hopefully I haven't given too much away. Now, we're back to a visible maze again with no protective border, but this time we've got a lightning bolt there. Now these will give you an electric shock and they will reset the level back like so. So if I run over there, it resets the level once again. Now I want to stop there so I don't spoil the game for anybody who wants to give it a go, because there are levels that require a certain technique in order to succeed and complete that level. So I don't really want to go any further and sort of spoil it for anyone, but I just thought it'd be really nice to show you and walk you through the ideas that I had to sort of weave in and connect up in order to build my final version of Number Station. It's all online to play. I upload the latest version every time I make a big update to it, but I think this is what I'm going to enter. Like I said, deadlines are tight, so I don't really have much wiggle room left in order to add more to it. But I think I will give it more time later on this year to properly develop this idea further, because it's taken me a long time to get this far and it'll be a shame just to shelve it after the competition. So those who want to give it a go, you can go to numberstation.co.uk and have a go at playing my game, my entry. And there you go, Number Station. Have a go, see how you get on, and good luck.